Here's your wrestling news for January 23rd, 2022. And your headlines for today include WWE using Monday Night War tactics to attack AEW, several AEW contracts set to expire soon, wrestlers not expected to be re-signed. AEW wrestlers' contract already expired, 3 years with the company is over. The Rock announces massive multi-year partnership with Top Company. Current tag champions in WWE break their own record with massive accomplishment. 2 names from NXT 2.0 set to appear at the Royal Rumble. Summer Rae responds to Backlash after being called a WWE legend. Former WWE superstar requests huge new role from Vince McMahon, and more. We're kicking off today with WWE, who for the past 3 years has been at odds with AEW, as the rival promotion has signed some of Vince McMahon's very top stars. With the likes of Adam Cole and Bryan Danielson leaving for AEW, some have called the All Elite promotion the biggest threat to Vince McMahon since WCW, so it should come as no surprise that WWE are using some age-old tactics. On the latest Wrestling Observer Radio, Dave Meltzer explained that WWE is using the same ideas to bash AEW as they did with WCW, including questioning the product their competition gives. Speaking about a recent article in the Toronto Star, where WWE referred to an AEW match as gory self-mutilation, Meltzer said that this exact same quote had been used during the mid-90s, just as the Monday Night Wars were kicking off. In 2001, these tactics and plenty of bad booking by WCW saw McMahon emerge the victor of those wars, but now, as AEW continues to amass fans 3 years after their debut, these same tactics aren't having the same effect. Unlike WWE, AEW has tried to avoid releasing talent, but some wrestlers may soon be looking for work elsewhere. According to PW Insider, several contracts within AEW are set to end soon, and it's reported that many deals will not be renewed. We can't say exactly who will be leaving the company, but we do know that Lio Rush's contract is up, as the Man of the Hour tweeted that his current deal expires on February 14th, and he's taking bookings. As for who else could be leaving soon, we know that Brian Cage and his wife have been vocal about the former Impact World Champion not being used, and he too could be one whose deal runs up in the near future. PW Insider's report adds that Marco Stunt's contract ends this year, and it's expected that he'll not be re-signed. Stunt hasn't appeared for AEW since September 2021, and in recent weeks, the Jurassic Express name has been dropped, with Luchasaurus and Jungle Boy simply being announced under their respective ring names. Joey Janela's contract is also coming to an end, but unlike Stunt and Cage, he has been used recently, competing against Eddie Kingston on an episode of Dark, so it'll be interesting to see if he's re-signed or let go. AEW doesn't intend to announce these departures, but will instead let the deals quietly lapse, but expect some changes to the company's roster in the not-so-distant future. Lio Rush, Brian Cage, Marco Stunt, and Joey Janela are all names who could be out of AEW very soon, but one name who's reportedly already gone is Peter Avalon. In that same report from PW Insider, they report that Avalon's contract was originally expected to expire in the coming months, but has already run out. They did note that he could still work on a per-appearance basis with AEW, but that hasn't been confirmed so far, and Avalon himself has recently announced that he's going to begin taking independent bookings. Avalon was one of the earliest AEW signings, joining the company during the April 22, 2019 episode of Being the Elite, but he'll now have to find work outside the company on the independent circuit. Now, The Rock isn't just a legendary wrestler and acting megastar, but he's also a successful businessman, and now has another huge partnership to his name. This week, The Rock's athletic wear label, Project Rock, signed a contract with UFC, one that will be a multi-year deal. Project Rock will be replacing Reebok as the official footwear sponsor for the UFC, with this footwear being used for Fight Week events, workouts, weigh-ins, and in the locker rooms. In a statement of his own, the Brahma Bull thanked everyone who has made this possible in just the latest huge deal for the most electrifying man in sports entertainment. Over to SmackDown next, as along with their cousin Roman Reigns, the Usos have dominated the blue brand, dispatching of tag team after tag team as part of the Bloodline. Now, Jimmy and Jey Uso have another reason to celebrate, as this current reign is now the longest SmackDown Tag Title reign in the championship's near 6-year history. This reign, which began at Money in the Bank 2021, has lasted 188 days and counting, surpassing the previous record of 182 days, which was also held by the Usos. With Roman Reigns by their side, the Usos have shown no signs of losing the titles anytime soon as they continue to add days to this latest record-breaking reign as champions. Next Saturday, WWE will host their Royal Rumble Premium Live event with two 30-superstar matches to fill. Previously, it had been reported that despite not having enough main roster talent for the Women's Rumble match, that there were no plans to use any NXT 2.0 superstars, as WWE doesn't want fans to see that they have too small of a roster and are relying on talent from their developmental brand. Those plans have seemingly changed as two top NXT superstars will be around this Saturday. PW Insider reports that current NXT champion Braun Breaker and Gunther are scheduled to attend this weekend's event in St. Louis, and while this isn't confirmation that they'll be in the Men's Rumble match, it seems highly likely. In a recent interview with Breaker, he said that if the opportunity is there, he will be in the Men's Rumble match, saying it'd be, quote, freaking nuts if that happened. At this time, there are 15 spots left free for the Men's Royal Rumble match, with just 6 days left for WWE to announce names, but it appears at least 2 spots have been filled by those at the very top of NXT 2.0. Summer Rae will be making her return to WWE in this year's Women's Rumble match, 5 years after initially departing the company. Appearing on Friday Night SmackDown this week, Summer was referred to as a legend of WWE, which angered plenty of fans online who felt that she was undeserving of such a title. Now Summer Rae has fired back, as on Twitter, she said she'd seen complaints about WWE's terminology and said that she doesn't make the rules, adding that they said what they said. Summer Rae isn't the first person to be called a WWE legend, and she won't be the last. And only time will tell whether we get a legendary performance from her in this Saturday's Women's Rumble match. And we're ending today with Paige, who remains a part of WWE despite her 2018 retirement, with rumors circulating that she'll be in this year's Women's Rumble match. Paige's name has even trended in recent weeks as fans discuss a possible in-ring return, but the former Divas champion has another role on her mind. On Twitter, Paige noted how Adam Pearce and Sonya Deville have been WWE's authority figures for quite some time, and threw her hat in the ring to once more become a general manager. Paige even tagged Vince McMahon himself in the tweet, as she wants to make sure her boss sees the idea. Fans will remember that Paige was the SmackDown GM in 2018 after her retirement, and Daniel Bryan was cleared to wrestle, but that role was taken off her that December when the McMahons said they'd run things, albeit off-screen. Now the role of general manager has effectively returned, even though Pearce and Deville aren't using that term exactly, and between in-ring rumors and a desire to be GM again, 2022 could be an interesting year for the inaugural NXT Women's Champion. Well guys, that's our news for today. Please share your comments below. Also hit the like button, subscribe to our channel, and hit the bell icon to receive all notifications. And as always, thanks for watching.